Hello everyone, it's Olivia. I hope you're ready for neurosurgery today because I think I am. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I was a neuroscience undergrad, and so ever since becoming a float medical assistant, I have really hoped that I'd get to work in neurosurgery just to kind of see what it's like. Neurosurgery specifically is something I'm interested in as a PA, and so I really want to see what it's like from their angle. But yeah, if you're new here, I just take you around to all the clinics that I cover at, and I just let you know what it's like to be an MA there. And today we are at neurosurgery. So this is just kind of the reality of being a float MA. I picked up this neurosurgery shift yesterday and confirmed and everything was good to go. And I got to clinic today and I kind of had a feeling this would happen. There's always one of my coworkers who's on standby, and that means they get called in day of to where they're gonna go. And so I had a coworker who got called into neurosurgery today, and so when I got there they already had help, and long story short, they didn't end up needing me. We talked about why it happened, and it was no one's fault really, it just was miscommunication, and they even said I could stay and the other float could find a new clinic, but I offered to find a new clinic and everything is totally fine. I'm a little disappointed just because I really do want to work in neurosurgery and see what it's like, but at the same time, I don't know, I got kind of a feel for it, and as a float, I think I'd just be rooming patients and taking vitals pretty much. But I'm sure I'll get that opportunity again. And now we are headed to a clinic that's a little bit further away, so I have a bit of a drive, and it is GI, so gastrointestinal. I'm pretty sure I've already made a video on this, but let's do it again. I don't think I've talked too much about this side of being a float. I really appreciate the opportunity to be a float, and it's given me so much experience in so many different sides of medicine. But at the same time, you really do have to be extremely flexible, and you do kind of get shuffled around quite often. Shifts get canceled, you have to pick up new shifts. And then there's the aspect of learning everything, starting over each day and learning how every clinic works. And so it kind of feels like you're a new hire every single day. I will say the third maybe downside for some people is that you don't necessarily form those really strong coworker connections, which honestly, out of all the things, I feel like that's what's been the hardest for me. Is I don't go to work and see my friends every day. I usually make friends, but then I don't see them again for another couple months. And just that kind of stability of having friends at work is something that I think I would like in a full-time position. That being said though, I really do enjoy being a float, and I again have learned so much. I've met so many amazing people, so I'm sticking with it at least until PA school. But enough yapping, let's go to GI. I'm not sure what hit me, but I'm so tired. Just finished my shift and drove to the gym. Another very common aspect of being a float is that what's on your schedule in terms of hours isn't always correct, or doesn't always reflect what your day will look like. For instance, today I was scheduled until 6 p.m., but the last patient was at 2:30. And so sometimes that can be frustrating when I know I need to hit my full-time hours, and that's a lot less than I was expecting. But I would say more times than not, I can find something to do. I have a lot of online trainings. I asked the clinic manager if I could help with anything, and she said family medicine could use some help calling to schedule mammograms. I also had a virtual meeting, so long story short, I was able to hit my hours today, which was great. Now I'm at the gym. I seriously have like zero brain power left. And I'm in a bit of a rush because I have a church meeting tonight. So I think I'm just gonna take it easy and simple and just do a cardio day while I listen to my audiobook. I've been listening to The Unselected Files of Emma M. Lyon, and as someone who like only reads nonfiction, I am actually loving this. It took me a minute to get into it just because I literally only read nonfiction pretty much, but I'm on the second book and I would highly recommend. It's like a Regency era kind of book. I just went to my meeting and again, I like cannot keep my eyes open. I'm so tired, which I'm not really sure why, to be honest, but I will take it. I'm just gonna go inside and go to bed. I got the last parking spot in my parking lot, so that has to be a good omen, right? Thanks for following along. I know today wasn't really typical of what my videos usually are, but it definitely showcased a lot of the pros and cons of being afloat. And I will see you in my next clinic.